If something is worrying, the first thing, what can I do to reduce this concern? Is there anything concrete I can do? So, okay, you have a pain, a betrayal. Have you ever been there in the trader to return his trash? Do you have something choking? Anything you need to solve inside your heart? We need to do it. The same thing is the concern. When something worries me and I find out on that concern what I can do to reduce the effect of this concern in my life and do it. So I start to resolve to open the doors for this past to begin to pass. Because otherwise we will reply to the experience that was not worth it. We will hold on to the event that has hurt us, which hurt us. And then we will live a continuous process of injuries and injuries. Because there is memory, grudge, resentment. They only cause new wounds within us. I have never seen someone healed keeping resentment. What is resentment? Resent. It is feeling several times. It's like you take a razor and pass it on the same place on the skin. It will never heal. And the cut is getting worse because you are injuring the skin. Wise, injure. Will be, you will miss the opportunity to live the healing. It's not like this. Have you noticed that when you start to heal, do you do a coconut? It's not like this. Healing causes a feeling of itching, right? Within us is the same thing. You can see there are many effective situations. Sometimes we are starting to recover from it, and you have that feeling. From time to time, to want to resume from what? They are the healing coconuts. Hold it from there. Can keep your hatred under control. Can keep your resentment under control. Can keep your needs under control. And then you begin to live the process of liberating the negative consequences that fact has caused you. Is life. Everyone is hurt. I have no way to create a beads for me. You can't create one for you. So, from time to time, people will hurt us with words. People will hurt us with attitudes. Now you cannot allow the word that hurts and the attitude that hurts will cause injuries to your being and take too long. Stay inside you. Extend more than the time it should be. He reached his being. It was in the deep of his life. It was in the deep of his heart. Already starts to make a way to heal. Because from the moment you have a wound in being, you risk infecting everything. In affection, it works like that, right? From time to time, something comes, hurts our hearts. We lose their willingness to everything. Loses your willingness to studies. Why? That has an impact. It affects us. Now, the time that will last what it affects you needs to be administered by you. After all, it's your being that is at stake, right? And suddenly you start to do everything wrong because the being is hurt. So, there is always a hurt in the being that needs to be cared for. My people, this is an exercise of every day. See? To live the experience of being with Jesus is that we live all the time. Manage within us these healing that we need to live so that we look like Jesus. I want to be like him. But to be like him, I need to heal in my being many things that are wrong. I need from time to time visit my past, to understand the present. Why? Sometimes I'm arrogant. Is it at some point in my life I was too humiliated? And why I was too humiliated? I have difficulty managing the moments when someone disputes me. No one is by chance. The healing of being happens when we pray, when I ask God to heal my heart, to heal my mind. These are expressions that we use all the time. But God often heals our hearts, heals our mind, through our reflection. When you begin to put your disorderly feelings in order, when you begin to resume the harmony that sometimes life and events remove. And that is what I wish you, that in your life today, your story, you are committed to cure the wounds of your being. If you hurt you, If you hurt you, don't take it to you. Just take it as a teaching so you don't do with each other. But do not allow this to become bitter. Sadness, to be creative, has to exercise within us the movement of overcoming. So, because I'm sad, because I'm hurt, upset, I observe that moment. I live that moment as the purpose of overcoming. Because if I don't overcome, I risk turning it into bitterness. And bitterness is not good for the heart. Bitter heart cannot perceive life. Bitter heart is focused on the same things. When we focus on the same things, when we don't expand our gaze, we risk unhappy our life experience. I wish from the bottom of my heart that today your being can strengthen. Father Fabio, I know my financial family, personal, and especially sentimental life. Nothing has worked. I've been trying to walk, but it has been repeated and repeated for over 2 years. And I no longer have the strength. I feel sad, inferior. I cannot avoid. I need a word of light. I need direction. My daughter, I found it interesting because you mentioned some aspects of life, right? Financial, family, personal, and especially sentimental. Have you seen these rooms where we have several switches? Because there are many lights that are there, especially when you have a big environment. You have several foci of lighting. And you are right when you say that especially the sentimental, that in fact when we are living a sentimental blackout, we cannot light the other realities. Why? As much as a human being is rational, as much as he has this search to live a rational process of being a balanced man, a balanced woman, reason often prevailing, the feeling is very strong. The impulse of feeling about human life is very strong. The range of all our emotions. And if this switch is not working, we have a great difficulty to look at other realities. You can observe. We may have a good job, have a good family situation, we can have a good financial structure, but if our affections are disordered, if we are experiencing a process of betrayal, abandonment, solitude, we end up having a difficulty. Very big to perceive the other realities of our lives. We end also impairing the employment relationship. The other day we were even talking about this, me with a friend of mine. I was telling him, look, be careful. So, the great risk, when we give that, I say again, it is very likely that our affections, our feelings, want to prevail over everything. And that this sentimental, affective life, especially with regard to the relationship male and woman, when your marriage is not well, your dating is not well, or you are in love, has been rejected. But, so where is wisdom? We need to find out. So let's say that my affective life is not very well. I'm not very balanced. I'm not relating well with people. To that person in a special way, here is what seems to me. Start looking at other realities, and already that there is a blackout in this sentimental life. Begins to allow the light from work shine a little more. Begins to allow the brightness of the family to shine a little more. Is interesting. For example, sometimes the person is so you have to be careful that you don't increase the blackout. So something went wrong in your dating, in your sentimental life. It is you to make the balance. Oh, but it's too hard, priest. I know. No one says it would be easy. But if you start to make your effort and take your steps, gradually, the lights of the other rooms will light up the one that looks too dark. It's a matter of choice, my people. If you are living a loving disappointment, and you begin to intensify this disappointment too much, and you just start thinking about it, your work will be harmed in a moment. Your family life will be harmed. And consequently, this is making a series of other things. You will destabilize your life. This is why love life is very decisive in people's lives. This is why we need to be very careful that these disappointments will not cause other disasters. And then it all depends on the investment we make. I particularly get very worried when I find someone who makes their effective, loving relationship the main base. So you're dating, and that boyfriend is the center of the world. And if they go away, what if he dies tomorrow? So of course, it's always hard for you to equalize how much you are investing in that relationship, but also make other investments. The big problem is that sometimes people make a unique investment. She started dating that boy. She forgot about her friends. Start sharing this investment you make a little better. Start donating yourself a little more in other situations. Because if it doesn't work, you have other realities that will support you.